All right, let's talk about a revolution that's happening right now, kind of under the radar. It's a massive shift away from the fragile, centralized digital world we're all used to towards something way, way more tough and resilient.
But to really get it, we've got to start with a basic question. Why does it seem like all the systems we rely on every single day, from the apps on our phones to the power grid, why do they seem so breakable? Well, the answer is usually way simpler than you think. It often boils down to just one hidden weak link, one little crack in the foundation that can bring the whole building down.
And this is where we meet the villain of our story today, something called the single point of failure. It's a concept that honestly explains so much of the fragility we see all around us.
So what is this thing? A single point of failure, or SPOF for short, is basically any one part of a system that, if it goes down, takes the whole thing down with it. Think about it, a single power cord for a massive server room. If someone trips over that cord, game over. That is a SPOF.
And the crazy thing is, these are everywhere. A company that relies on just one supplier for a crucial part? That's one. A single network router for the whole office? If that thing dies, nobody's working. And what about storing all your important files in one spot with zero backups? Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. But maybe the most common one is that one person, you know the one, who's the only one who knows how everything really works. If they're out sick, good luck.
Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the fix? How do we build things that don't just fall apart? Well, the answer is a total shift in how we think about design. It's called decentralization. This chess analogy, it nails it. A typical centralized system is like a chess game with one grandmaster controlling everything. If they walk away, the game just stops. But in a decentralized network, it's totally different. The board, the rules, they're all shared. There is no single master. So if one player decides to leave, who cares? The game keeps going. And that right there is the magic of resilience.
And we're seeing this new philosophy come to life in what are called decentralized apps, or dApps for short. Basically, these are apps that run on a blockchain, which is just a super secure, shared public ledger that no single company controls. Right from the get-go, they're designed to get rid of that central weak spot.
So what really sets dApps apart? A few key things. First, their code is open source. That means anyone can look at it, which builds a ton of trust. There's no single boss calling all the shots. And get this, they often actually reward you with digital tokens just for being part of the network. And because there's no central kill switch, they're super resistant to censorship.
Okay, I know. That all sounds a little out there, a little abstract. So let's bring it back down to earth and look at some real-world examples. Let's talk about apps without a boss.
Check this out, Splinterlands. It's a digital card game, but with a huge difference. You actually truly own your cards because they're NFTs. You can think of them as one-of-a-kind digital collectibles that are locked in on the blockchain. What that means is no game company can ever delete them or take them away from you, and you can even earn real value from being good at the game.
Or how about this, Socios.com. This is completely changing what it means to be a sports fan. You're not just watching anymore. Fans can actually use special tokens to vote on real team decisions, like what the next jersey should look like, or what song to play after a win. It puts the power back in the hands of the fans.
And then you've got Upland. This is a metaverse game that's blurring the lines between the digital and the real. You can actually buy and trade virtual properties that are tied to real-world addresses. All of it's secured and owned by you on the blockchain.
But this whole idea, it's so much bigger than just apps and games. Decentralization can be used to build actual physical things. Let me show you how you can build a massive wireless network without a single telecom company involved.
This is the Helium Network, and the idea behind it is so simple, but it's totally revolutionary. What if anyone, you, me, your neighbor, could own and operate a tiny piece of a global wireless network for all the Internet of Things devices out there?
So here's how it works. It's pretty cool. First, you get a small device. It's called a hotspot. You just plug it in. That little box then starts providing wireless coverage for all the low-power smart devices in your area. Think of things like a smart dog collar or a tracker on a bike. And here's the best part. For doing that, for helping build out this network, you earn a cryptocurrency called HNT. It's a network that's literally built, owned, and operated by its users.
So when you step back and look at all this, from gaming apps to entire wireless networks, what's the big picture? Well, the end goal is always the same, to create systems that are just fundamentally stronger and more resilient.
And trust me, this isn't just for fun stuff. These same ideas are now powering some really critical industries. We're talking about aeronautics and the car industry using decentralized networks for super dependable sensor data. We're talking about smart factories where decisions can be made instantly right there on the factory floor. This tech is even laying the groundwork for smart cities, helping manage everything from power grids to charging stations for electric vehicles.
So really, when you put it side by side, the difference is night and day. The old, centralized way, it's vulnerable. A single attack can take it down. It's prone to outages. It's controlled by one company, and you often have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. The new, decentralized way, it's secure and resilient. It's reliable, with incredible uptime. It's governed by its users, and everything happens out in the open. It's a total flip of the script.
And that's really what you need to take away from all this. This isn't just about some fancy new technology. It's a whole new philosophy for how we build our world. A philosophy built on sharing, on trust, and on making things that are built to last.
So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. Take a look at your own world. Your job, your daily life, your community. What's the biggest single point of failure you see? And just for a second, imagine. What would it look like if you could decentralize it?